How's it going, everyone? We are back on JP, and that is because there is a new Blazing Bash unit, and it is a really cool one, actually one that I wasn't expecting, and I don't know if a lot of you were as well. And it's going to be, as you can see, Edo Blazing Bash Nagato Uzumaki. So yeah, this is crazy. We've been wanting a Nagato. I know I have been in the game for quite a while. He hasn't really gotten any love at all. Pain has, don't get me wrong, and Pain is more popular than Nagato, but because they're pretty much the same person in that respect, yeah, Nagato, man. So I'm guessing this is Edo Nagato. I'm kind of sad to see he's a Blazing Bash unit though. Like, if I had to choose, I would want him to be a Blazing Fest with Edo Itachi. That would be such a cool dual Blazing Festival. Maybe even Golden Week worthy, honestly. But if we went ahead and got Blazing Bash Nagato, then that kind of knocks that idea out the park. But yeah, so it is Nagato, and he's overpowered. You know, he's got the Rinnegan, everything. He has a skill type, which is kind of interesting because skill type Blazing Bash units I feel like aren't usually that crazy. And speaking of that, I'm not gonna be talking about should you summon. If you want to summon for this, go right ahead. It's up to you. I'm not really big when it comes to PvP. I haven't really been keeping up with it either, honestly. So, but this caught my eye because it is Nagato Uzumaki, and the banner itself is a lot to do with skill type. You have Kabuto, Kisame, and Obito, all of which are really bad units, honestly. And like I said, skill typing just doesn't get the best rap when it comes to PvP because you got units like Sasuke running around and Hashirama, and it's just yeah, those hard types gonna be slain. So with that said though, this is a cool unit, and we're gonna go ahead and be talking about this, man. First of all, I just want to say Blazing Bash doesn't always have the best artwork. Blazing Festival is what that is going for, but this artwork is nice. It is. Just look at that. It looks so good. They did a good job with it. I mean, it could be better, but honestly, it does look nice. Now, I personally don't think this unit's as broken as Shisui was, but that's just a matter of what you want to say, honestly. I mean, Shisui was just incredible. He was an incredible Blazing Bash unit, and they just made him really broken. But we're going to go ahead and jump into the translations for this man. But first, we're going to take a look at the abilities because that is the most important part, I feel like, personally, when it comes to a Blazing Bash unit, because the abilities line up what they're going to be good for, but obviously their jutsu is very important as well. So this is the Blazing Awakened version. So he does nullify jutsu ceiling, which is really good. He also gets some chakra back, which is not that bad at all. 20% for this one. This one is just outright, not a percentage, getting chakra back. And then this right here, nullifying immobilization. So usually we get them with sync skills nowadays, honestly, but I'm kind of glad they just went with the abilities. But that does mean you're going to need dupes, so that is kind of bad, because to get this Nagato to where he's not going to get jutsu sealed by a unit like I said, Naruto, or not Naruto, Sasuke or Hashirama, you're going to need to get like 5 of this man. You're gonna need 4 dupes and 5 of him total. That's a lot just to get a mobilization. I'm sorry, but it is. And then when it comes to this ability, he does get a speed boost when you're underneath the 50% health mark. So we've seen that in the past too. I don't prefer that one because you have to get pretty low on HP, and that's not a good thing. But because this man has 56k health, which is a lot of health, yeah, this man, I mean, even if you look at just his stats are really low for his damage. He has a lot of health though, and he's not too slow either. He's 355 without pills, so he can get to 385 total speed, and that's without counting this. So once you get that ability, if he does fall under 50% health, oh man, he's gonna be incredibly fast. So the abilities aren't bad, honestly. He's a 4/8, so the chakra is important. Jutsu ceiling and mobilization are important, but they should have put this not that low. I would rather them have had jutsu ceiling there, honestly, because mobilization's everything. It really is. And then this one for the speed, so it's not that bad. But yeah, that takes care of that. So for the rest, let's go ahead and jump onto Twitter and take a look at the translation. So shout out to Live King as always, link in the description to his Twitter. But this Nagato, man, he's actually a vast range, which is pretty cool. It makes sense why his attack stat's pretty low then, but his HP stat is very, very high. So like I said, max speed can be 385, which is not bad at all. Not as much as Shisui, but hey, this man's not really about being fast. He's mostly about slowing everybody down, which is really good. So you can see with this field and buddy skill, the field skill reduces the enemy speed by 25 to 50. So that's pretty important. We see a lot of units actually getting that nowadays. So just having him on the field, again, I recommend you have a mobilization though, because if you don't have that resistance, then having him on the field could be a problem. And another thing is with units reducing their range, like with the Blazing Bash Onbu Kakashi, really, if you targeted this Nagato, he wouldn't be able to move, but he does have vast range. But if you target him with that, then he's restricted, and then his field skill is pretty much just irrelevant because he wouldn't be able to move, so I don't really like that. But his buddy skill, 50% chance of speed reduction, resistance, which is really good. So if you're going against an enemy Nagato or any other units that have that, you have a 50% chance of speed reduction resistance, so that's really good. Now, like I said, this man's all about slowing you down, so that just takes care of the field and buddy. When it comes to his ninjutsu, it's AoE, and it does 5 times, so it's not that much. Again, he's not about damage, honestly, but with 75% chance of speed reduction, removes enemies chakra by 2 and nullifies damage you receive from ninjutsu and secret technique for 3 turns, and restores your chakra by 3. I say and because that is crazy, man. So that's a lot for one jutsu. This Nagato, he's kind of weird. He doesn't do damage, but he slows people down. He's got a lot of health, but he's also putting you in a very difficult spot. He makes you 75% chance of speed reduction for 4 seconds, which is quite a lot. And he removes your chakra by 2, and he makes it where he's like Obito pretty much, where he can't be taking damage from ninjutsu or secret technique, and he gets 3 chakra back, so he'll have another jutsu. Again, you need that immobilization resistance, but this man's pretty much untouchable. And if you do hit him with a jutsu, he's probably going to have half health and then be quick as can be. So yeah, this Nagato will be a problem unless, again, they don't have the immobilization ability, then it's a piece of cake. Secret technique 16 times, AoE again, so again, he's not for the damage, he's really not. 80% chance of speed reduction for 8 turns, which is a lot. That's a lot, man. This dude, he's actually kind of, like I said, interesting, because we usually see units like with Shisui that's all about speed. This man is all about countering speed, and it's fitting for Nagato, it really is. So for 8 turns, switch ceiling for 5 turns, and nullify damage received from ninjutsu and secret technique for 6 turns. So if someone gets that ult, you're in a bad spot. You're going to be really slow, you're going to be switch sealed for the whole rest of the game, and he's going to be nullifying damage. This Nagato is actually really good. He is. But with that said, at the same time, it's just a little iffy. It really is, because there are still a lot of units that can get around on him. You can still chakra from him, and then he's literally just, he's not going to be able to do anything. And on top of that, because he's a 4-8, even though he has those abilities that gives him more chakra back, getting his ult's going to be tough. So getting that one is going to actually be hard. But the fact that he can ignore ninjutsu and secret technique on both of his jutsu, that's very, very good. And he does have jutsu ceiling and immobilization resistance, so he is going to be in a pretty good, like, setting to go ahead and stay out onto the field. So yeah, this Nagato is actually pretty crazy. And when it comes to sync skills, he only has 2. Syncing with skill, which is going to be a little hard, but not too hard. Reduces heart elemental damage by 30%. Not too crazy in my opinion, because again, you don't really see a lot of skill types heavily in my opinion, but syncing with Akatsuki, that boosts your attack, and that is going to be helpful because, like I said, he doesn't have much damage as it is. His abilities, as we already said, nullifies jutsu ceiling and immobilization. He nullifies the knockback, which is really, really good, so he won't get into a chakra reduction field, which is really good because chakra for this man is going to be important. 20% chance of restoring 1 chakra or receiving a direct attack, which isn't bad, and then boosts his speed by 1.5 when it drops by 50%. So yeah, Nagato Uzumaki, this man is actually pretty crazy. So do I think he's gonna be worse than Shisui? Nah, I really don't, especially if they make the next qualifying league for this where he gets that boost of speed, which I'm assuming that's what they're doing right now. Then yeah, he's gonna be an issue a little bit, but I don't think a lot of people are gonna have those abilities. A hardened PvP player might, but just coming off of the last Blazing Bash unit being Shisui Uchiha, yeah, I don't think a lot of people are going to have too many acquisition stones, so the chances of people actually getting that last ability, or at the very least getting a mobilization resistance, I feel like it's not going to be too high. It might be for those tryhard sweats, but a lot of people aren't going to have a mobilization resistance, and that's going to be this man's downfall, because literally the best immobilization units in the game, some of the best are Sasuke and Hashirama, because they bunch you together, and they also can inflict jutsu ceiling. So yeah, jutsu ceiling is not going to be a problem for him, but immobilization, I can see a lot of people struggling with that, and that's really going to break this Nagato, in my opinion. So yeah, that's going to take care of it. I hope y'all enjoyed this, and yeah, Nagato, man, he's crazy. I'm not going to be summoning, of course, because I don't really care for Blazing Bash too much. I'm looking forward to Golden Week. I'm going to make another video today talking about something similar to Nagato, actually. That's a little hint I'll give you. It's Nagato's other personality. We're going to be talking about that because that's actually pretty interesting as well. So yeah, that's going to take care of it. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Let me know if you're going to be summoning for the boy Nagato Uzumaki if you play PvP, and if you have the acquisition stones to even get him to mobilization resistance. Like I said, I think Shisui's a lot better just because the speed was what he was created for. You don't need dupes for that really, but at the same time, I'm sure a lot of people pump them in anyway. So yeah, that's going to take care of it. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.